And welcome. I think it's still morning. It is. Good morning. Welcome back to the Highlander Activity Center. Our final day of the first annual Valley City Holiday Shootout. A couple of games already in the books today on one boys game, one girls game. Earlier this morning, it was Botno defeating Four Winds Minnewacan by a final of 68-47. And the game just completed. Killdeer boys over Dunseith 67-35. Now it is time for the Highliners to get back at it. Valley City taking on Killdeer. Killdeer coming in 4-3 here this year. Valley City is coming in with a record of 5-1 now with a couple of wins here in this tournament. And taking a look at how these two teams have done so far. Killdeer, they opened up the tournament. They lost to Four Winds 74-27 in the opening day. Then yesterday, they opened up with Dunseith and won that one by a final of 69-39. And then they again coming in here, game number 3 against Valley City. For Valley City, they were 60-40 winners over Turtle Mountain on the first day. And then they won 78-47 against Four Winds yesterday. So they are 5-1 on the season. And Killdeer comes in with a record of 4-3. Killdeer out of Region 4, and Valley City, of course, out of Region 1. We are set for basketball. The starting lineup's coming up here. Kind of a split doubleheader today as far as Highlander games are concerned, as we will have another game, actually 2 games between this one and the boys. The boys will be the second to last game of the day. They'll play at 3:30 this afternoon against Shiloh Christian. That should be an interesting game. Shiloh Christian, very good, very athletic team, and that'll be coming up here at 3:30 this afternoon. Right now, it looks like we're not too far off schedule. This game was supposed to be an 11 o'clock start time, and by the time the ball gets into the air, it's probably going to be about not even 10 after, so we're only going to be just a few minutes behind schedule. Let's take a look at the starting lineup here for the Killdeer Cowboys, and they come in again with a record of 4-3 out of Region 4, and they are 1-1 in their games so far this weekend. And here's how they will start. They're going to change things up a little bit from what they had here yesterday. And that's one thing, talking with the coaches. They love this tournament because they can really maybe try a few things as far as different combinations and different lineups, because you're not going to play teams that you're going to see during the regular season. So it is a nice change of pace here this weekend. Talking with Nick Walker, he's assistant coach for the Killdeer girls. And that is his daughter just getting introduced right now. And he said it's been a great weekend. And these teams that are here this weekend are all going to be back next year. So they already know we're going to have the same group coming in here next year. Here's that starting lineup. Starting at a guard, a 5'4" senior. Number 2 is Josie Anderson. Starting at another guard is a 5'10" junior, Abby Harderson. McKellen Walker, she's starting at a forward. She is 5'11" and a sophomore. Marty Schmidt, a forward, 5'11" and a senior. And Lainey Kuchera, a 5'10" junior, starting in the post. Danny Hasek, she is the head coach for the Killdeer Cowboys. Nick Walker and Courtney Olson are the assistant coaches. Now take a look at the starting lineup for the Valley City Highlanders, and the same lineup they have gone with here in this tournament, which they are 2-0 with this shootout. And they have a 2-0 record. Drew Potratz will be starting at a guard. She is a senior, and she'll be joined in the backcourt by Susan Dakota Potratz, a sophomore. At a wing is Greta Govan, a junior. At a forward is Hadley Thorson, a senior, and Tessa Olson at a wing. She is a senior. Drew Potratz, Dakota Potratz, Govan, Thorson, and Olson. The starting line for Coach Jimmy Howard, assisted by Tara Glenn here for the Highlanders. Our officials for this game, Roger Kasowski, Tommy Bergen, and Alex Cleaver. They will be our officials here in game 3 of 7. There's still 4 more to go here today before this tournament or this shootout will wrap up. Highlanders in their home whites. And the Highlander blue color with the numerals. And Killdeer in their black roads with the orange numerals and lettering and white trim. Thorson will jump center for Valley City. Against Marnie Schmidt, and it's the Highliner ball. With Potratz here to the near side. To Dakota. Dakota down low. Now back up top to Olsen. Potratz far side. Govin inside for Olsen. She'll kick it back on the wing to Govin. Govin here near side to Potratz. Dakota 18 points in yesterday's win. Underneath, shot up, rolls and goes. She gets on the board right away. Potratz with the first two. Islanders in that 1-2-2 zone. In the backcourt, Anderson passes across the timeline. Schmidt far side. Back up top. Anderson, near side three. Hardison off the back iron. No. Rebound. That went right back into the hands of Lucera. Lucera gets it over to Anderson. Now they go back up top of the key. Far side. Schmidt. Back up to Anderson. Now here in the near wing is Walker. They go down low. Schmidt posting up. Gets it back on the wing to Walker. Dribbling a baseline. Cut off by Olsen. 15 on the shot clock. Top of the key to Hardison. Hardison goes back far wing to Anderson. Anderson, dribble drive in the lane. Right in front of the free throw line. Shot off the glass for two. Josie Anderson with the first bucket for the Cowboys. We're tied at 2. 6:48 here in the first quarter. On the far side, Potratz. Dakota gets it off to Drew, directing traffic on the far wing. Drew comes up top of the key. Picks up the dribble. Back here near side to Olsen. Olsen just off the elbow, now backs up. Here to the near side. Potratz from the left wing for three, knocking it down. Drew Potratz knocks down the triple. The Highliners with a 5-2 advantage. That pressure in the backcourt has been causing havoc here so far this weekend. Ball knocked out of bounds by Thorson. It'll stay with Killdeer. Killdeer traveled well, of course, with both the boys and girls here. Great fan base. And yesterday, the girls played at 8 o'clock in the morning. The boys didn't play till 3:30. The Killdeer fans stayed all day and watched a lot of basketball. And here they got lucky and got back-to-back games with the boys and then the girls. At the free throw line, Walker goes up top, Anderson. Back down low, Schmidt. Schmidt in the lane, kicks it. Walker goes back onto the wing. Here's McKella Walker. Long three-pointer is in. Walker with the three. And we're matching basket for basket right now. Tied at 5. 5:45 here in the first quarter. Potratz drew to Dakota. Dakota in the lane with the left hand up and off. Gets her own rebound. Up, no foul. She'll go to the line. No foul called on Killdeer. That'll be their first team foul. And looks like one's going to go against Schmidt. Her first, again, first team. Potratz 4 of 6 at the line yesterday, or in the first game of the day, of the week. Hits that one yesterday. A little different. It was 2 of 5 at the line. Averaging 14 points in the 2 games here in the shootout. First one in, second one, again, is in. Now the Potratz leading 7-5. Dakota and Drew have all 7 points. Anderson up top for the Cowboys to the free throw line. Far wing Schmidt up top. Hardison. Hardison here to the near wing. Goes back down low. Ball knocked away by Potratz. It rolled out of bounds and actually rolled along with Marnie Schmidt as she was falling out of bounds. Went with her and went out of bounds off her. So the ball will go over to Valley City with 5:18 to go. Here in quarter number 1, Highlanders up 7-5. And pressure, token pressure by the Cowboys in the backcourt. Brought across by Govin to Olsen, top of the key. Left of the lane, all the way down, layup, good. Tessa Olsen, she's got her first 2. Olsen had 10 points the first game of the weekend. They only had 4 yesterday. Here's Anderson, takes one dribble, gets a little closer, long 3, doesn't go. Rebound, Potratz far side, and then she's quickly fouled. That'll be on Walker. That'll be her first, second team foul. And checking in, Morgan Smith checks in the lineup here for Killdeer, as does Taylor Anderson. Here's Olsen up top. Down low pass. Govin cutting through. Shot doesn't go. Rebound. We're going to have a jump ball. And possession to Killdeer. So the ball will go over to the Cowboys. 4:37 to go here in the first quarter. 9-5. Highliners with that 4-point advantage. Anderson into the front court. Walker. Cross lane pass over to Anderson on the far side. She dribbled it out of bounds. And the ball will go back over to Valley City. Glad you could be with us here on this holiday weekend, wherever you're watching from around the state or even around the country. There's a scoop shot on the dribble drive by Potratz. Doesn't go, but she is fouled, and she'll go to the free throw line again. Foul going to be called on Smith. That'll be her first third team. So Potratz back to the free throw line. And the lefty free throw's on the way. Back iron up in the air and off. That'll bring Katie Burchell in for Valley City. And Thorson will sit down. Burchell, a varsity high yesterday, 17 points for the Highliners. And Potratz, left-hander, sends it up. Good. Dakota gets 1 out of 2. She's got 5. Highliners lead is at 5. In the front court is Schmidt. Cross court Anderson. Anderson one dribble. Back up top to Schmidt. Far side Walker. Driving through the lane. Lost it. And then it rolled off her ankle and out of bounds. And the turnover gives it back over to Valley City. Ray Nelson, Garrett Govan, our camera crew again here today. Jaden Johnson up top in the control center. Our technical director. Brooke Pajorley now will check in the lineup here for the Cowboys. Halfway through the first quarter, 10-5, Valley City. Here's Olsen. Pass a little too high for Burchell, out of bounds. And the turnover gives it back over to Killdeer. Inbounds comes to Anderson. Taylor Anderson, the sophomore, goes cross court to Josie. And Josie goes cross court trying to get it back to Taylor. That went off the hands of Potratz. So it'll stay with Killdeer. We've seen a lot of great basketball here this weekend. Talked with the Killdeer assistant coach Walker. He says that was one thing about this weekend. Every team had some great players, and it's been a fun weekend and a fun 3 days. Killdeer, one of the teams that stayed here in Valley City. Pass here to the near side is Olsen off the turnover. The Highliners leading by 5. Long three by Potratz. Too hard off the back iron. That's going to be a foul on Olsen. Dess will pick up her first team foul. 10-5 Valley City, 3:32 to go here in quarter number 1. Half-court trap, they get it across, pass off to Smith. Then she tried to go far side to Bajorley, knocked away by Olsen, and up court and off the fingertips of Drew Potratz and out of bounds. So another Highliner turnover. It's going to bring Ophelia Howling Wolf into the lineup and McKellen Walker back in for Killdeer. And they got to take one out. There we go. Here's Howling Wolf up the floor. She'll pass into the front court off the hands of Bajorley into the hands of Olsen. Another turnover. Here goes Tessa Olsen all the way down layup. Good. Foul counted. She'll go to the line and get a chance at the three-point play. And that foul is going to be called on Bajorley. That'll be her fourth team foul. And back in the lineup, Abby Hardison will come back in. Tessa Olsen at the line will shoot 1. 1 for 2 at the line here for the shootout. Good on the free throw. She's got 5 points. That'll bring Katie Coca into the lineup for Valley City. 13 to go here in the first quarter. 13-5. Highliners by 8. We have been tied twice at 2 and 5. The Highliners right now on an 8-0 run. My Moorhead math is correct. On the far side, Howling Wolf back onto the wing is Smith. Here to the near side, Pajorley. Pajorley goes back up top of the key. Hardison. Hardison to Walker. Walker watched there by Burchell. Burchell got a fingertip on it. Howling Wolf grabs it, gets it back off to Walker. 9 on the shot clock. Walker top of the key. Gets a pick. She'll take the long three. Partially blocked. Ball still on the floor. And it is controlled by Valley City. Here's Olsen. Maddie Anderson came up with the loose ball. Coca, nice pass, Burchell, layup, good. Nice passing there, great pass by Coca for the assist. And Katie Burchell with the bucket, and Killdeer wants to talk it over. Highliners on a 10-0 run with 2:27 to go here in the first quarter. 15-5 Valley City, We're back with more live coverage of the 2023 Valley City Holiday Shootout from the Hack, live on the YouTube and the Highliner TV Network. Checking in onto that timeout, Josie Anderson for Killdeer. Here's Hollingwell trapped at half court, and she's going to need some help. Finally does. Got it off. As Kuchera also checking back in. Here's Walker, blocked by Burchell, and Katie is going to pick up the personal foul. That'll be her first, second team.
Walker to the line for the Cowboys.
And that will send McKellen Walker to the line to shoot two.
12, Katie Burchell.
And the free throw, good.
So first person, second team foul.
That snapped a 10-0 run there by Valley City. And the second free throw by the right-hander, nothing but net. She's got 5. 15-7 Highliners, 2:10 to go, first quarter. Anderson in the backcourt to Olsen. Dessa gets it up ahead to Coca. Coca, cross-court Burchell. And try to go to Anderson. Anderson was cutting to the basket, threw it behind her. Out of bounds, turnover, gives it back over to the Cowboys. That'll bring Drew Prochatz in. Olsen will sit down for the Highliners. Killdeer trailing by 8. 2 minutes to go, first quarter. Howling Wolf into the front court. Crossover dribble, comes right through, off the glass. A little too hard. Rebound, Burchell had it on the floor. Dives for it, covers, rolls over, gets it off to Prochatz. Dakota up ahead to Drew. Drew stops, tried to go inside to Coca, and stolen by Howling Wolf. Now Killdeer back the other way. Walker on the far side. Pass underneath. Kuchera, foul called on Burchell. So Katie will pick up her second, third team foul.
Kuchera took the line for the Cowboys.
And that's going to send Lainey Kuchera, the junior, to the free throw line to shoot two.
Foul goes on number 12, Katie Burchell.
Hadley Thorson getting ready to check in after this first free throw. It is up and off. Thorson will come in. Burchell with that second personal foul will sit down. Another free throw by Kuchera. Still looking for her first point. It's on the way. Good. 15-8. Lead is at 7 for Valley City. Prochatz in the front court. Coca. Coca travel. That extra step after picking up the dribble. And another turnover gives it back over to Killdeer. Near side, Howling Wolf trapped at half court again. And then Coco ties her up. Jump ball, possession. Well, Katie makes up for the travel by getting a jump ball. Possession over to Valley City. And Highliners will trigger the inbounds here at the near sideline. Anderson will bring it in for the Highliners. Into Prochatz. Drew top. Near side, Anderson to Dakota. Left side, back on the wing. To Coca. Want to go down low, not there. To Prochatz. Driving through, goes through a double team. Layup good. Dakota Prochatz. He's got 7 in the quarter. 17-8 Valley City. There's Anderson in the front court. Howling Wolf off the hands of Thorson and out of bounds. Marnie Schmidt back in the lineup here for Killdeer. And the Cowboys trailing by 9. Final minute, first quarter. Anderson, Schmidt up top. Howling Wolf on the far wing. Over to Anderson on the Highliner bench. Now dribbles onto the wing all the way up top. Looks to the right. She can be back far side to Hardison. Now back to Howling Wolf. Down low is Schmidt. Skip pass Anderson. 7 on the shot clock. Anderson on the baseline. Cut off there. Gets it back off to Hardison. Hardison the lane. 2-second one. Howling Wolf will get it off, but it's going to be a air ball. That's a shot clock violation on the Cowboys. The Highlanders will get the ball with 29.1 seconds remaining here in the first quarter, leading 17-8. Bring it into Prochatz. She'll get up to Anderson. Ahead to Coca across the timeline. Back to Anderson to Prochatz. Dakota working top of the key. Gets to Anderson. Maddie dribbles around all the way through. Layup good. Maddie Anderson with a bucket. Highlanders lead 2-11. That's their biggest. 19-8. There's a steal by Anderson. 5 seconds to go in the quarter. Try to go down low. Tip here to the near corner. Coker grabs it. Try to go to Potratz, and they're not going to get a shot off. So your score at the end of the first quarter, it is Valley City 19 and Killdeer 8. We're back with the second quarter. This is live coverage of the 2023 Valley City Holiday Shootout, live from the Hack on YouTube on the Highline Activity Network.
Cowboy ball to start the second quarter.
As we come on to the timeout, Killdeer will start the half of the quarter with the basketball, trailing by 11. Here's Schmidt up top, going down low. On the far wing, Anderson for three, off the rim. Long rebound, grabbed by Potratz. And we've got a foul. Loose ball foul called against. It's going to be on McKellen Walker. That's going to be her second. First team foul of the quarter. In the backcourt, Olsen. Comes across the timeline. Here in the near wing. In the lane, shot up, rolls and goes by Potratz. She's got 9. And we have a whistle in the backcourt. That's going to go on Greta Govan. That'll be her first team foul. Here's a runner. Anderson off the glass, a little too hard. Down low, Anderson got the shot back up. That didn't go. Govan clears out the rebound. Outlets it here to Potratz. She'll start up the floor. Drew into the front court. Crossover dribble, right of the lane. Back up top, Olsen. Olsen to the free throw line, back to Potratz. Potratz stops just off the elbow. Goes top of the key to Olsen. Now Tessa down low. Here's Kaylee Nielsen, who just came in off the break. Didn't get it to fall, but she'll go to the line. So Nielsen will get 2 shots. Foul called there on Morgan Smith. That is going to be her second team. Free throw up and no good on Nielsen.
Walker in for the Cowboys.
Second free throw here coming. Kaylee Anderson checking the lineup for Killdeer. Free throws on the way by Nielsen and good. She gets 1 out of 2, her first point. 22-8 Highlanders by 14. There's a steal. Potratz at half court. Comes across the timeline for Valley City. All the way down. Layup. Good. Drew has 5. 24-8 Valley City. And now it is a 19-3 run here by the Highlanders. In the front court. Near steal. Ball knocked away by Potratz. Loose ball picked up by Walker. Walker right of the lane. Goes up top. A little too high, but grabbed by Anderson just before it goes over the half court line. Back to Walker. Watch there by Govan. Now she starts her dribble. Step back, long 2, good. It was just a 2 by Walker. Had that right foot on the line. She's got 7. 24-10. In the near side, Olsen in the corner. Potratz three-pointer from there is good. Dakota Potratz in double figures with 12. She hits the three. 27-10 with 5:50 remaining. And we've got a timeout taken. And the Cowboys will take the timeout. It is a full timeout. We'll step aside. 5:46 left to go here in this second quarter. Valley City leading 27-10. We're back with more coverage of the Valley City Holiday Shootout live on YouTube and the Highline Activity Network. Well, a quick recap what happened yesterday in day 2 on the girls' side. Killdeer defeated Unseat 69-39. Valley City 61-57 over Four Winds Minnewacan. Shiloh Christian defeated Turtle Mountain 76-55 and Botna over Central Cass 72-48. In the boys' games, Shiloh Christian 74-66 over Turtle Mountain. Highlanders won 78-47 and Kindred over Killdeer 60-31 in day 2. And we've got this game 3 of 7 here on the final day. Walker for Killdeer. Up top, Howling Wolf dribble drive. Kicks off the elbow. On the inside, Walker going against Govan. Govan knocked it away. Gets it back off. 1 second. Not going to get his shot off. Potratz with the block. And then she double dribbled. Oh, no, they are going to give him the... She blocked it. And the shot clock horn went off, so she just kind of stopped. And yeah, it's a violation, so the Highlanders will bring it up the floor. Second shot clock violation today. Here's Olsen backing up, top of the key. They hit 5 minutes to go here in quarter number 2. Highlanders up 27-10. Driving through, Potratz, Drew shot no. Walker controls the rebound for Killdeer. Gets it up ahead to Anderson. Anderson driving in against Olsen, stops, turns, gives it back behind her. Out to Hardison. And the ball goes into the backcourt, and Nielsen hustling after it, picks up the loose ball. Nice wraparound pass to Govan for 2. Well, Killdeer kind of gave up on it because they knew it was going to be an over and back. But Nielsen hustled, grabbed it, got a nice bounce pass to Govan for the easy 2. And now we've got a foul by Potratz. That's her first, second team foul. That'll bring Josie Anderson back in for Killdeer. And also checking back in is Lainey Kuchera. Natalie Thorson coming in for Valley City. So Potratz just picked up her first personal. Inbounds on that far sideline. And Killdeer trailing 29-10. 10-2 Highlanders here in the quarter. Near side Anderson. Up top Kuchera. Far side Anderson. Inside to Walker, back up top. Josie Anderson for 3, rattles in and out. Rebound, Nielsen. Off to Govan. Here come the Highlanders in transition. Govan all the way down, goes through, high off the glass, no. And you had both Anderson girls there with their arms in the air, so which one will get the foul? It's going to be on Taylor. That's going to be her first. Third team foul. So Govan to the free throw line, will shoot 2. First one is off. Govan 2 for 4 at the line here in the shootout. All those came on Thursday. This one is up and good. Gets 1 out of 2. Highlanders up 30-10. We've hit the halfway point here in the second quarter. Anderson for Killdeer to Walker. Walker skip pass to Anderson. Anderson driving in the lane. Shot up off the glass, no. Rebound, Govan. Pass up ahead, Thorson across the timeline. Adleyham, dribble drive, wanted baseline, cut off, gets it back to Olsen. Top of the key to Govan to Nielsen. 3:45 remaining. Here's a long 3 by Olsen, rims out. Walker clears off the board. And Killdeer back to the way. 1 field goal so far here in the second quarter. Here's Walker trying to make it 2. Too hard off the back iron. Wolfreds had the ball, was knocked away. It's on the ground, and we're going to have a jump ball, possession arrow to Valley City. So the Highliners will inbound it. Off the jump ball. And inbounds comes all the way to half court. Thorson starts in, right of the lane. Shot up, short. Rebound, grabbed by Lucera. And Kuchera hands it off, and here come the Cowboys back to the way. Anderson to Walker. Walker, top of the key. Here to the near corner, Anderson. Taylor gives it back to Josie. She'll go up top to Walker. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Walker here near the side, Kuchera. Kuchera wanting baseline. Dribbles around, back off to Anderson. Long two-pointer, left side is good by Anderson. Josie's got 4. It is 30-12. Second field goal of the quarter. Pass inside. Olsen, turnaround shot with the left hand. Good. Tessa Olsen with 7. 32-12. Valley City. 2.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. In the front court, pass to Walker. Front of the Highliner bench. Kellen driving in. Dumps underneath Kuchera. Falls on it. Rolls to her side. That's a travel. No, they're going to give a jump ball. So the jump ball. Possession arrow to Killdeer. Brooke Pajorley will check back into the lineup here for the Cowboys. Dakota Potratz, Maddie Anderson in for Valley City, along with Katie Koka. Cowboys with the inbounds. Walker at the free throw line. Dribbles in. Anderson falls down. Here's Pajorley for 3. Shot no. Rebound Walker, stripped from behind by Potratz. Oh, she was stepping out of bounds. They didn't see it. Got it ahead to Olsen. Olsen down to the front court, to the free throw line. Potratz, baseline drive. Pass in the lane, knocked away, and the loose ball Anderson. Up ahead to Walker. Cowboys back to the way, trailing by 20. Walker, cross-court pass, nobody there, and it did not go off the fingertips of Potratz. It goes out of bounds. It'll be Highlander ball. And that will bring Morgan Smith back into the lineup here for the Cowboys. Olsen comes across the timeline for Valley City. Top of the key with that left-hand dribble. Into the near side. Goes up top to Koka. Back to Potratz. Dakota in the lane. Going to get tied up. And possession to Valley City. Highlanders will trigger the inbounds on the baseline. Inbounds is stolen away by Smith. Goes cross court. And, in trouble, but here comes Pajorley across the timeline. Her pass is too high. When you throw it over the head of a 6-footer, you did throw it a little high. That went off the fingertips of Smith and out of bounds. The ball goes back over to Valley City. Highlanders leading 32-12 with a minute 20 remaining here in quarter number 2. Olsen into the front court for Valley City. Crossover dribble. Right of the elbow. Now gets back up to Anderson. Anderson starts in to the free throw line. To Koka. Over to Olsen. Olsen stops, pops from 18. Good. Olsen with 9. 34-12, Valley City. Anderson was going to get trapped, but she got the pass ahead. Kuchera. Now Pajorley. Up ahead to Smith. Smith left of the lane, posting up against Thorson. Gets it back out to Pajorley. 45 seconds to go in the quarter. Into the near side. Artisan to Anderson. Up top, Kuchera. To Smith. Far side, Pajorley. Inside Anderson. Turnaround shot over Koka for 2. Josie Anderson's got 4 in the quarter, 6 for the game. 34-14, the Highliners. 25 seconds to go in the quarter. Shot clock off. They can go for that last shot. Here's Anderson between the circles. And Olsen. 15 seconds. Right on the logo. Olsen gets a pick. Goes for the roll to Thorson. Shot too hard off the glass. Rebound Kuchera. Now to Anderson. Anderson weaves her way up. Knocked away by Maddie Anderson out of bounds and off of Josie Anderson. It'll be Highliner ball for the final 2.2 seconds as Ophelia Howling Wolf will check in. And They were waiting for they were waiting for the player Smith to get off the floor. So the inbound's a little too quick. Olsen has it, and she'll let the time go. She'll uncork a half-court shot. Wouldn't have counted had it gone. So your score at halftime, it is Valley City 34 and Killdeer 14. We're back with our halftime here from the Hack. It is live coverage of the 2023 Valley City Holiday Shootout, live on YouTube, the Highline Activity Network. Well, a quick update on other Highliner activities going on this weekend. Of course, the Rumble on the Red. We've been talking about that. The big wrestling tournament going on in Fargo at the Fargo Dome over Thursday and Friday. Well, yesterday in the youth tournament, Jaden Greer from Valley City Express Wrestling took 5th place in the youth tournament at Rumble on the Red. So congratulations to Jaden Greer. That was a good showing by the Highliner girls had 3 that placed yesterday and placed in the Rumble on the Red. Miley Christensen, she placed 2nd at 136. And Gabby Hanig, I believe, took 6th at 118. And Brooke Bundy, she was 5th at 190. So congratulations to the 3 Highliner girls that placed yesterday. And over the 2-day event at the Rumble on the Red. And wrestling will be back here after the new year. As a matter of fact, we'll have a basketball right away next week. As we have Valley City, a doubleheader on Tuesday, January 2nd, as the Valley City girls will be playing Carrington, and the Valley City boys will be playing Lisbon. We'll have the girls JV at 4:30 against Carrington, and then the girls varsity at about 6, and the boys varsity around 7:30. The boys junior varsity, that game will be played over at the Bubble, as they'll take on Lisbon JV over at the Bubble at Valley City State University on Tuesday, and that will be at 4:30. And then at 7:30, the C Squad will actually play against Lisbon C Squad, and that'll be on the south in the South Gym here at the Valley City Junior High School. We're at the half here. The Highliners leading in the girls basketball against Killdeer, 34-14. Scoring in that first half, McKellen Walker led the way with 7 for Killdeer. Josie Anderson had 6, and Lainey Kuchera had a free throw for their total of 14 points, 8 in the first quarter and 6 in the second. Valley City led by Dakota Potratz. She had 12 in the first half. Tessa Olson had 9. Drew Potratz with 5, 3 from Greta Govan, 2 from Katie Burchell, 2 from Maddie Anderson, and a free throw from Kaylee Nielsen for their total of 34. They had 19 in the first quarter and 15 in the second quarter. McKellen Walker and Morgan Smith each with 2 fouls for Killdeer, and Katie Burchell with 2 fouls for Valley City. 34-14 is your score at the half. Again, more basketball coming up here. Later on this afternoon, the Valley City boys will take on Shiloh Christian, and that will be a 3:30 game. Where Shiloh Christian, their boys went to the state tournament last year, and that will be a good game at 3:30. Valley City boys and Shiloh Christian. In between there, at 12:30, the Kindred boys, they will take on Turtle Mountain, and then at 2 o'clock, Dunseith and Shiloh Christian girls, and then the Highliner boys against Shiloh Christian. And then wrapping up the day and the shootout, Central Cass will take on Turtle Mountain. Botno, the only team that has gone unblemished so far at 3-0. Highliners are looking to also go 3-0 in their games here. And again, not a tournament format. No trophies being handed out. Nobody's going to be crowned champion of this shootout. This is more of a chance for these teams to come to Valley City over a 3-day holiday weekend, play games against teams you're not going to see during the regular season, as they made sure of that. You're not playing a team that's within your region, so you're not going to see a team in the regular season or in the postseason unless you maybe face them at the state tournament. That was the whole reason for this weekend, just get a chance for these teams to come in here. And we've been told about this fantastic facility we have here in Valley City. It's been a positive vibe that we have had so far by the teams that have been here. And I'll be honest, especially Killdeer, they have absolutely loved it here. Talking with Rob Hunt, activities director here at Valley City. His favorite couple of coaches are just talking with the head coaches at Killdeer. They've just been fantastic, having conversations at the scores table, and it's been a fun weekend. And so we are looking forward to, again, all these teams that are here this year. They will be back next year here at the Hack for this holiday shootout, part 2. Final seconds ticking down, 34-14. Valley City with the lead. They will, it'll be Killdeer's ball to start things in the second half. The Cowboys only had 6 points in that second quarter as the Highliners opened up this 20-point lead by outscoring them 15-6 in the quarter. Drew and Dakota Potratz, Tessa Olson, Hadley Thorson, Greta Gopen, the 5 and the 4 for the Highliners as they come out in their man-to-man. Same starting 5-2 for Killdeer with Anderson, Hardison, Walker, Schmidt, and Kuchera. Pass down low, Walker. Turnaround, shot partially blocked from behind. And are they going to say elbow or from the back? It is going to be on Hadley Thorson. And so Thorson will pick up the personal foul. That is the... No, they said... I saw a 2 when it is. Okay, there we go. Greta Govan actually, I saw a 2. And now they put 5 on the scoreboard. Govan will pick up her first team foul. First free throw by Walker, no good. Second one is. McKellen Walker now with 8. 34-15, Highliners. Olson into the front court to Potratz. Drew, dribble drive, in the lane. Up and under, shot off the glass, no. Too hard, rebound, Hardison. Hardison will bring it up the floor. Comes across the timeline, near side, Walker. Walker gives it back up top, Anderson. Now to the far side is Schmidt. Marty Schmidt, top of the key. Here near side, long 3 by Walker. Off the heel, and the rebound grabbed by Anderson. Baseline jumper, good. Josie Anderson with the putback. She's got 8, 34-17. Pressure in the backcourt as Olson passes it up ahead to Potratz. Far corner, Dakota, dribble drive. Baseline left, goes up off the glass. No. Rebound. Grabbed there by Potratz, nearly tied up. Now it rolls free, and Anderson picks up the loose ball for Killdeer. Back into the front court to Walker. Walker, skip pass, far side, lining up the 3 is Schmidt. Good. Hardison checking that. Hardison with the 3-pointer. And a good start to the quarter. 6-0 run here by Killdeer. And the lead, 34-20. Half-court trap, Potratz, ball stolen away. Kuchera with the steal. Now Anderson still in the backcourt. She'll bring it across the timeline. Pass far side. That goes off the hands of Walker out of bounds. And the turnover gives it right back over to Valley City. Highliners looking for that first point here in the quarter. Minute 45 gone. Up top, Potratz gets a pick. Looking for the roll. Not there. Gives it off to Olson. Olson spins her way inside. Little baby hook with the left hand. Doesn't go. Rebound out of bounds. Last touch by Killdeer. So Valley City will maintain possession. Govan will trigger the inbounds for the Highliners. Brings up top to Olson. Olson starts in. Bounce pass baseline off of Thorson and out of bounds. And the turnover gives it back over to Killdeer. And the first 2 minutes gone here in the third quarter. Highliners still looking for that first point. Across the timeline. Here's Schmidt to Walker. Walker up top. And Hardison back to Walker. The dribble up top of the key. Pass down low. Kuchera. And they're going to have a foul there. That'll be on Hadley Thorson. And that'll be number 1 on Thorson. Second team foul. Thorson will sit down. Birchall back in. Birchall coming off that career high 17 yesterday. On the near side, here's Schmidt, or Hardison. Hardison now back up top to Anderson. Far side to Walker. 25 on the shot clock. Near side, Kuchera cutting through Walker, through her hands, and the loose ball picked up by Potratz. Valley City in transition. Olson, pass through the lane. Govan, bump, little jumper, good. Govan with 5. There's your first field goal for Valley City. Took nearly 3 minutes here in the third quarter. Loose ball in the backcourt. Potratz has it. Here's Dakota. Goes right around Kuchera, or went around Schmidt. And couldn't get it to fall. And the rebound grabbed by Killdeer. Walker, pass up ahead. Layup, Schmidt, good. Marnie Schmidt with a bucket. That is her first points of the game. 36-22, breaking the press. Here's Birchall. Shot no. Has her own rebound. Onto the wing. Potratz for 3. Good. Drew Potratz knocking down her second 3. She has got 8. And that was started with another offensive rebound by Katie Burchell. Up top, Walker. Far side, Kucher down low. Off the glass, no. Rebound grabbed by Hardison. Back over to Walker. Walker here on the near wing. Top of the key to Anderson. Gives it back off to Walker. Here to the near corner. Schmidt holds the ball high over her head. Back to Hardison. To Anderson. Dribbling around far side, baseline, Anderson. Back up Schmidt. Top of the key, Hardison over to Walker. Now it's inside Kuchera. Little reverse layup. Good. Nice shot there by Kuchera. Her first field goal. She's got 3. 39-24. Quickly down court. Potretz. Little mid-range jumper. Can't get it to go. Burchell. Another offensive rebound. Up top to Olsen. Olsen to Potretz. Inside Burchell. Nice catch. Off the glass. High. No, that's going to hit the support. And the ball goes over to Killdeer. That's going to bring Morgan Smith into the lineup here for the Cowboys. With 3:33 left to go here in quarter number 3. Valley City up 39-24. Outscored 10-5 in the quarter. There's a steal by Govan. Layup good. Govan with the steal in the bucket. She's got 7. 41-24 Valley City. With 3:15 remaining in this third quarter. Onside. Now Walker to the free throw line. Long 3 from the top of the key. Good. McKellen Walker with another 3. She's got 11. The lead down to 14. Pass far side. Govan. Skip past Potretz. Right of the lane. The runner with the left hand. No. Rebound. Grab. Picked up is Walker. Walker in the backcourt. Hardison will bring it across. Hardison near side. Schmidt. Back on the wing to Hardison. To Anderson. Pass inside. Tipped by Olsen. Tessa with the steal. Olsen coming down for the Highliners. Going in off the glass. No. Rebound grabbed there by Smith. And Killdeer back to the way. In transition. Potretz knocked it away. Went out of bounds. And it will be Killdeer basketball. Brooke Pajorley and Ophelia Howling Wolf will check in the lineup check that Haley Anderson will check in with Ophelia. 2:17 to go in the third quarter. Highlanders lead 41-27. Govan on the baseline. Pass here to Potretz. Potretz lob down low, grabbed there by Burchell. Now to Olsen. Back up top to Potretz. Drew gets it off to Olsen. Looking down low, gets it there to Burchell, and a foul from behind. That might be on Morgan Smith, picking up the personal foul. That will be her first team foul here in the third quarter. So she will come out. And Kuchera back in the lineup for the Cowboys with 2:02 remaining in this third quarter. Valley City up 41-27. There's a steal by Howling Wolf in the front court. Falls down, keeps the dribble going nicely. Now picks it up after she lost the dribble. And we're going to get a timeout taken by Killdeer. So a timeout.
30 seconds.
And not sure what they're, I think, wondering if a foul should have been called, but it is a 30-second timeout taken by Killdeer. With 1:52 left to go here in the third quarter, Valley City leading 41-27. They've been outscored 13-7 here in the quarter by the Cowboys. Again, coming up next, 2 o'clock, or 12:30, pardon me, Kindred Boys against Turtle Mountain. And then at 2 o'clock, Dunseith and Shiloh Christian girls. And then the Highliner boys will get on the court at 3:30 this afternoon against Shiloh Christian. And the final game here on the final day of this first annual Valley City Holiday Shootout. Central Cass and Turtle Mountain girls. Again, Bono and Valley City so far, the only 2 girls teams that have gone undefeated. Ball knocked away into the backcourt. Walker grabs it back here for Killdeer. On the near side, Anderson. Anderson pass inside right into the hands of Burchell with the steal. Burchell gives it off to Olsen. Tessa into the front court for the Highliners. On the far wing, Govan up top, Potretz. Drew will take the 3 from there, off the rim. Rebound, another offensive rebound by Burchell. Here's off the elbow. Olsen jumper. Good. That's 3 offensive rebounds unofficially by Katie Burchell. 11 points now for Tessa Olsen. She was the benefactor there off the Burchell assist and rebound. And there's a foul on Govan. So Govan will pick up her 3rd personal foul, 3rd team foul. Josie Anderson comes back in the lineup for the Cowboys. In the backcourt, Howling Wolf comes across the timeline. High dribble, gets it down, and shovels it off near side Walker. Cross lane pass, Anderson off the glass for 2. Josie Anderson in double figures now with 10. 43-29, final minute, 3rd quarter. Olsen driving down, pass in the lane. Burchell has it, goes up with the left hand, gets it to fall. Katie Burchell with 4. 45-29. 40 seconds remaining as the clock ticks down here in the 3rd quarter. Anderson, Howling Wolf near side, going to get trapped at half court. Tries to dribble through it and does, and then travel. 10-second call. The 10-second violation gives the ball over to Valley City. Shot clock is going to go off with 33.4 seconds remaining here in the 3rd quarter. So Valley City can go for that last shot, leading by 16 right now. Far side, Potratz down low, Olsen. A little one dribble, up and in. 13 for Tessa, 47-29, the Highliners. Pass in the front court, Walker, cross court, Howling Wolf layup, no. Rebound off the hands of Burchell into the hands of Olsen. Highliners a chance for one more run here. 9 seconds to go in the quarter. Potratz, dribble drive, baseline left, off the glass for 2. Potratz with 14. And the Highliners, a nice flurry here to end the 3rd quarter. And your score at the end of 3 quarters of play, it's Valley City 49 and Killdeer 29. We're back with the final 8 minutes, the final 4th quarter here of this game between Valley City and Killdeer. This is the coverage of the 1st annual Valley City Holiday Shootout, live from the Hack on YouTube and the Highline Activity Network. It will be Highliner ball to start things here in the 4th quarter, leading 49-29. Again, we'll have a recap of the times record on Wednesday of this tournament, or this shootout. 20 games here over the last 3 days. 17 of them right here at the Hack, 3 over at the Bubble. So the Highliners to start the 4th quarter with the lead and the basketball. There's a pass intended for Olsen by Potratz. Misfires and goes out of bounds. The Cowboys will have the ball. There's 9 seconds into the quarter. Backcourt. Highliners with that pressure. Hardison. Anderson. Up ahead, Schmidt. Pass underneath Kuchera for the easy 2. Broke the press nicely, and Kuchera gets the bucket. She's got 5. 49-31. Half minute gone here in the 4th quarter. Top of the key, Olsen crossover to the right hand, here to the near side. Backs up. Lobbing it inside Burchell. Shot blocked from behind. And Kuchera was behind, and Walker was in front. And that's going to be on Kuchera. That'll be her first. That is first team foul of the quarter. So Burchell at the line will shoot 2. First one is up. Good. Burchell was 5 for 5 the first day, or yesterday at the free throw line. It was 3 for 6 yesterday. And good. If she gets them both there, she's got 6. 51-31, Valley City. Pass up far side, Walker. Gets it back to Anderson. She'll go into the front court. Hardison. Hardison up top to Anderson. And back here to Hardison. Down low. Left wing and Schmidt. Kuchera to Anderson. They go inside, posting up. Walker, turnaround shot over Potratz. They got the mismatch. And Walker's going to go to the line. And that foul going to be called on Drew Potratz. That'll be her first. That is the first team foul here in the quarter. Walker good on the first free throw. Four for 5 at the line for Walker, 12 points. And make it 13 as she gets them both. 51-33, Valley City. Potratz, Olsen in the backcourt, up ahead to Koka. Koka cross court. Potratz lines up the 3, off the heel. Long rebound into the hands of Hardison. Up top, Schmidt, far side, ball knocked away, stolen. Off the steal, Tessa Olsen. Olsen in the front court for Valley City. To Potratz, back to Olsen, one dribble up, good. Olsen with 15. 53-33. Cross-court pass. Walker. Skip pass here near side. Hardison driving baseline, blocked from behind by Potratz. And I'm going to say that Dakota got a little bit too much. That is her second personal. Second team foul. So to the free throw line will be Abby Hardison. And she will shoot 2. Hardison's first trip to the line. Successful on the first. She's got 4 points. Maddie Anderson and Hadley Thorson checking in for Valley City. 53-34. And the right-hander's free throw's on the way. Good. 53-35. 5 points for Hardison. Olsen in the backcourt, behind the back dribble. Pass to Potratz. Potratz comes across to Thorson. Thorson drives through a double team all the way up, layup good. Hadley Thorson drives through the double team and gets the layup. Those are her first 2 points of the game. 55-35. There's a steal. Thorson off the turnover up top to Potratz. Potratz drives in, kicks it off to Olsen. Olsen spins in the lane with the left hand. Back iron too hard. Rebound. Thorson has it for the Highliners. Kicks it back out to Anderson. Shovels it off to Koka. 3-pointer from there. Off the side of the rim. And it's going to go out of bounds. It'll be Killdeer basketball. That'll bring Morgan Smith back in the lineup here for Killdeer. Marnie Schmidt and Joey Anderson, the only 2 seniors here for the Cowboys. A lot of young teams that we've seen here on both the boys and girls side. There's a stumble by Anderson. No whistle. Koka off of the pass from Potratz. Blocked from behind by Marnie Schmidt. It'll stay with Valley City. And we've seen some talented players, young teams. It's just been a great 3 days here at the Hack with this first ever shootout. I mentioned it a couple of times. All of the teams will be back next year. Oh, right on the line. Potratz, but the turnover still. Anderson has it. Killdeer back the other way. Far side Hardison in the corner. Walker. Step back, long 3 in front of her own bench. Nothing but the bottom of the net there for Walker. Timeout taken by Killdeer, and it's going to be a full timeout. Walker with that 3-pointer. She's got 16, and the lead is down to 17. We'll break away. 55-38, Highlanders lead. 5:01 to go fourth quarter. This is Highlander girls basketball live from the Hack on the Highlander Activity Network. 5 minutes and 1 second left to go here in this fourth quarter. Valley City leading 55-38. Been a good second half for Killdeer. 24-21. They've outscored Valley City in the second half. In the front court, Potratz flying all the way down on the far side and nearly tied up. Ball on the floor. Anderson rolls it out, and it's picked up there by Smith. Morgan Smith in the backcourt. Coca with the reach-in. Reach-in foul there on Coca. That'll be her first. That is the 13th foul on Valley City here in the fourth quarter. With the inbounds. And reaching in is Thorson, and no foul call, and she comes up with a steal. Nice up there by Hadley Thorson working against Smith. Loose ball, then she got it up to Olsen into the front court. Anderson. Near side, Potratz for three. Dakota off the rim. Rebound, Walker. Double teamed immediately after grabbing the rebound, and she tries to outlet it. It's knocked away by Thorson. We're going to have a jump ball, and possession arrow will keep it with Killdeer. 4:26 left to go here in the fourth quarter. 55-38. Lead is at 17. In the backcourt, Anderson will bring it across. The logo. Here near side. Walker. Hardison left side on the wing. And Coca with a little bump. Katie quickly picks up her second personal. That is the 14th foul on Valley City. That is going to bring Kuchera back in. And also Taylor Anderson back in. Inbounds here the near sideline. Schmidt will bring it in for Killdeer. And there's a foul called there on Maddie Anderson. And that's going to be her first, and that is team foul number 5. So Killdeer's going to be shooting free throws the rest of the game. Walker at the line. She is 5 for 6 at the free throw line today. 16 points. And hits the first one. She's got 17. 55-39. And the right-hander, Benson sends number 2, and none of it net. She now has 18 points actually. 7 in the quarter. Here's Thorson driving left of the lane. Picked up the dribble. Anderson, three-pointer left side off the heel. Rebound is controlled there by Schmidt, then knocked away by Potratz. That's going to be number 3 on Dakota. And we're already in the double bonus. Offensive foul, so no shoots. Well, actually, it wasn't a shoot. That's right, not player control foul. Player control fouls, they don't shoot even if they're in the bonus, but this was Roger Kosowski. He has been an interesting referee this weekend, having conversations with him down at the scores table. I think he looked at the official book and blamed them for the miscue. Free throw is good. And Kuchera's got another one to go here. 55-41. And comes up short on the second free throw. Kuchera has 6. Potratz, far side, Olsen. For Valley City leading 55-41. Cross court, Coca, baseline, Thorson. Driving on baseline right side. Picks up the dribble, shot blocked by Kuchera. Walker with the loose ball. A three-pointer can get it down into 11. Give to the near side, Walker, stop, pop for 3, count it. Walker with another three-pointer. And just like that, 55-44. Killdeer's got the lead down to 11, has been as much as 20. Into the front court, Potratz. And bounce pass, Thorson, baseline left. One dribble, gets it out to Anderson. Anderson driving through, and a reach in. As Anderson driving through, that'll be on Josie Anderson. That'll be her first. That is team foul number 2 of the quarter. That's going to bring Gova into the lineup. Burchell checks in. And Drew Potratz back in. Here's an inbound right to Burchell. Missed it. Got another offensive rebound. Missed it. Got another offensive rebound. And she'll go to the free throw line. So Burchell unofficially 5 offensive rebounds today. Now she'll go back to the free throw line. That's Kuchera's second personal. 3rd team foul. Well, Katie at the line. Short on the first one. She's 2 for 3 at the line. 6 points. Again, she had 17, a varsity high yesterday, 9 on Thursday. Second free throw rolls off, can't get either one of them to go. So now Killdeer can get it inside double figures. Pass down low, Kuchera running the fast break. Blocked a little bit from behind by Potratz. Olsen has it knocked away, but Drew Potratz comes up with a loose ball. Here's a pass down court. Govan alone. Sidesteps the defense. She misses the bunny. Offensive rebound, Burchell, and she's going to go back to the free throw line. And that foul is going to be on Anderson. Josie Anderson's second. That is the fourth team foul. So Burchell back to the line again for Valley City. First one, good. (56-44). Burchell with 7. And Burchell with 8. She also has unofficially 6 offensive rebounds. 57-44. Steal, Govan underneath, layup, no. Gets her own rebound, back up, no, and a foul call. So now Govan will go to the free throw line. I think that was Morgan Schmidt, or Marnie Schmidt. Is going to, well, it is Schmidt. That is going to be her second. And we are now shooting free throws the rest of the game, both sides. First one for Govan, no, too hard. She's got 7, she's got another one coming. And we'll bring Hardison back in the lineup here for Killdeer. Free throw by the righties up, good. 8 points for Govan. 58-44. Highliners lead is back to 14. There's a steal. Potratz passed it, tried to get up ahead, stumbled. Anderson with the steal, and then Potratz knocked it out of bounds. We got a foul called here on Dakota Potratz, and that's number 4 on Dakota. And we're already in the double bonus, or in the bonus, so to the free throw line. Killdeer will go. 7 of 8 in the quarter at the free throw line for the Cowboys. Hardison has got 2 of those, and she's at the line now. 5 points. Free throws on the way. No. Rolls off. Another free throw coming here. Abby Hardison, the junior. Frees it up. Good. Gets 1 out of 2. She's got 6. 58-45. Govan in the backcourt. Up ahead to Olsen. Olsen dribbling left of the lane. All the way in. Scoop. No. Rebound. Anderson had it. Grabbed by Walker. Double team. Falls down. What are we calling? Stepping out of bounds? It will go over to Valley City. 2 minutes, 11 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter. 58-45. Highliners trying to go to 3-0 in this shootout. Inbounds to Burchell. Off the glass for 2. Govan with the assist. And Burchell with a bucket. She's in double figures with 10. Pass in the front court. Walker. Over to Anderson. Layup. Good. Josie Anderson running the floor. Taylor Anderson running the floor. And that's her first 2. A timeout for Killdeer. And that is a full timeout, and that is their final timeout with 1:53 left to go here in this fourth quarter. 60-47. Valley City with the lead. We're back with more live coverage of the 2023 Valley City Holiday Shootout from the Hack, live on YouTube and the Highline Activity Network. Well, the next game coming up here at 12:30. Kindred against Turtle Mountain. And actually won't be right at 12:30 This game started about 10 minutes later than it had been, so we've been pretty close to on time today. This is game 3 of 7. Olsen in the backcourt for Valley City. Gets it up ahead to Potratz. Drew Over to Dakota. Schmidt knocks it away. Dakota goes inside for Burchell, and on the floor, picked up by Potratz. Dribbles it off her ankle, picks it up, and we're going to have a timeout taken by Jimmy Howard. He is going to call a full timeout. That is the first timeout taken by Valley City. So again, looking at the timeout situation, Killdeer out of timeouts. Valley City still has 2 full and 2 30s left to go. 60-47, Highlanders lead. Again, the next game we'll have the top-ranked Kindred Vikings. Their fans definitely travel well, and they're already starting to fill up their section. Following game, we'll have Dunseith against Shiloh Christian Girls. And at 3:30, the Valley City Boys against Shiloh Christian. And at 5 o'clock, Central Cass and Turtle Mountain will wrap up this 3-day holiday shootout. We'll get basketball again next week. Valley City boys and girls with a doubleheader. The girls will play Carrington. The boys will play Lisbon here at the Hack. And that'll be coming up here on Tuesday. Girls back home also on Thursday. 1:35 left to go in this one. Valley City leading 60-47. Highliners and Botno, the only 2 teams that have won all their games here on the girls' side. Here's the inbound by Gobin for Valley City. Brings it into Potratz up top. Drew. Man-to-man defense by the Cowboys. Cutting through. Here's Burchell going in. Layup. Good. Burchell inside for 2. 8 in the quarter. 14 for the 12 for the game now for Burchell. Back-to-back double-figure games for Katie. There's a steal by Tessa Olson, and Burchell picks up the loose ball, gets it off to Olson. In the front court, far side. Olson now up top. We're going to have a line change coming in here for Killdeer, and there's Burchell going to the line after the Kuchera foul. That'll be number 3 on Kuchera. And we're in the bonus already, so Burchell will go to the free throw line and shoot 2. 4 for 6 at the line for Katie. 12 points, unofficially 8 rebounds, 7 offensively. Gets the first free throw. So the bench comes in now for Killdeer. Brooke Perjorley, Ophelia Howling Wolf, Taylor Anderson. And I believe Tessa Dvorak checking in. Valley City is doing it in kind. Morgan Smith also in. The only person not left yet is Burchell. She's got a free throw to go. It is up. It is good. 14 for Burchell. Maddie Anderson, Katie Koka, Rylan Johnson, Kaylee Nielsen, and Kinley Suffolcool. The 5 on the floor here for the Highlanders. Here on the top of the key. Smith, far side. Dvorak back to Smith. Up top, Anderson. Final 45 seconds. Highlanders up 64-47. There's a runner by Howling Wolf. She is fouled. She'll go to the line. And that foul going to be called on Nielsen. It's going to be her first. So at the free throw line is Ophelia Howling Wolf looking for her first points. Check that. That is not Ophelia. Pajorley at the line. She hit the first. Another free throw coming. It is up and good. Couple of free throws by Brooke Pajorley, the sophomore. 64-49 Valley City. Nielsen across the timeline. Watch there by Anderson. Left-handed dribble up top. Suffolcool near side. Koka. Koka dribble drive. Baseline right. Baseline pass to Johnson. Riley's going to get fouled. Nope, she travels. So the turnover gives the ball over to Killdeer. Oh, Riley thought there was a foul call. She was at the free throw line, but nope. Sorry, that's a trap. Here's a Pajorley into the front court. Howling Wolf near way. Highlanders are going to go up in their record to 6-1 on the year. Pass down low. Dvorak couldn't control it. We're going to have a jump ball. Possession arrow to Valley City. So Highlanders now 6-1. Killdeer will fall to 4-4 on the season. Inbounds to Nielsen. They can dribble it out. She needs to get across the timeline first, and does. And so the clock will tick down, and Valley City will go 3-0 in the inaugural Valley City Holiday Shootout. Your final score, Highliners 64 and Killdeer 49. We'll take a quick break, total things up, come back with our postgame. You are watching live coverage of the Valley City Holiday Shootout on YouTube on the Highliner Activity Network. Your final score in this one, Valley City wins at 64-49. Highliners now 6-1 on the year. Killdeer led today in scoring by McKellen Walker. She finishes with 21. Josie Anderson, she had 10. 6 from Abby Hardison, 6 from Lainey Kuchera, 2 from Brooke Pajorley, 2 from Taylor Anderson, and 2 from Marnie Schmidt for their total of 49. 8 in the first quarter, 6 in the second, 15 in the third, and 20 in the fourth. Valley City, 3 players in double figures. Tess Olsen leads the way with 15. 14 points from Katie Burchell, 14 from Dakota Potratz, 8 points from Drew Potratz, 8 points from Gudagovan, 2 points from Maddie Anderson, 2 points for Hadley Thorson, and a free throw from Haley Nielsen for their total of 64. 19 in the first quarter, and then 15, 15, and 15 in their last 2 quarters. So the Highliners now 6-1 on the year, and they go 3-0 at this inaugural Holiday Shootout. Well, now we'll have a break as far as we're concerned. We've got Highliner boys basketball again coming up here at 3:30. Coverage will start around 3:20, and we'll have 3:30 tip-off as Valley City will be taking on Shiloh Christian here this afternoon in the second to last game here at the Shootout. Until then, a reminder, Game 1, Valley City winning at 64-49 to run the record to 6-1 on the year. We'll be back at 3:20. Till then, Paul McDonald, thanks for joining us. We'll see you later on here at the Highliner Activity Center.